Firstly, could you tell me just a little bit about what brought you to the film and what intrigued you so that you wanted to do it?
Yeah, I mean, when I first read the script, I was really blown away. I read it really quickly. It was a total page turner, and I mean, of course, the people involved were a huge draw card, and so lovely to work with. And then, of course, I love the character. I always look at the story that is being told in the project, and then what the character represents that I'm gonna play, and I love that, not only is she this heroine, I guess, in this action movie, but she also has a really strong kind of emotional backbone in the film as well, and that it's really the grounding force of the movie, just in terms of the collective theme that my character is a part of. Um, yeah, I guess that's how to phrase it without spoiling too much.
Sorry, I was on mute there, but that's awesome. What was it like working with both the Chris's?
Both the Chris's are equally lovely. I had a really lovely time. I mean, one of the biggest takeaways from me is just how thoughtful the space was for creating depth of character and the kind of dynamic that Chris Pratt and I had to create for the film on screen, and how Chris McKay really created space for that and allowed for us to flourish and explore the scenes to their fullest capacity. Oh,
Mute unmute thing is never going to not finish it. So obviously there's a huge, hi Ian, think wrong place. So obviously there's a huge amount of excitement and stunt work, and I know there were a lot of practical and also special effects. So what was it like for you when you saw like this big blockbuster film in its completion for the first time?
Oh, it was so cool. I mean, I'm a huge fan of these kinds of movies, alien movies in particular. So I was so into it. I was watching it with my husband, and we both forgot that I was in the actual movie when we were watching the beginning of it. It just really takes you on this wild roller coaster ride that just is surprising. There's so many surprise elements to the film, and beautifully tied in, and it's every character really gets their moment, and you really, no matter how small the pot was, you really just feel like it's everyone is well rounded in it, and that's really refreshing for a film of this scale, and yeah.
Absolutely. And then I guess just to wrap it up, is there a scene or a memory that you took from the film, and when you think back, like that's what your mind immediately goes to, like shooting or stunt, so just something like that.
Oh man, I mean, there's so many. I think back to this really beautiful scene that Chris Pratt and I did on the beach. That was really, really memorable, and one of the more pivotal moments, I think, for both our characters in the story, and just the action sequences, just hanging off of a crane 60 feet up in the air and dropping down into an alien nest, and fighting off these aliens that often weren't actually there in the space with you, but just how kind of freeing and liberating it is to kind of create the physicality of the scene that you're really in control of a lot of the time, because then the animators will come in later and post and put the alien in. So yeah, I mean, I think the biggest takeaway is just what a lovely bunch of people this was to work with, and we all had a really genuinely great time.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for hopping on video after everything, but hope everything goes well, and I'll probably see you in the hallway because I'm next door.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank you, Britt.
Hi there. So genuine reactions are always the best ones, especially on set. And in Narnia, many of the children's recorded reactions were actually real, such as when Mr. Tumnus appears as half a goat and half a human, or even just the first view of Narnia. And we would have never guessed differently. Remember to make sure to click below to subscribe, or on the side, for more awesome content.